Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thursday, 14th of March, 24. Lesson 3 of Ramadan. The Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam said in a hadith recorded by Imam Bukhari in his Sahih, Tasahharu, take part in suhoor, in sahri. Why? For there is barakah in suhoor. So the time of sahri we should eat in moderation, not too less nor too much, but make an effort to take part in suhoor. Many of our youth sleep after Isha and do not wake up for sahri. At the very minimum, place a few khujurs, dates and a glass of water so that you can attain the blessings of suhoor. In regards to intention for fasting, niyat, intention, should be made on a daily basis. It can be made at night, it can be made at suhoor time, and even up to half of the Islamic day, as long as you've not taken any food or water. So how do you work out the half of the Islamic day? So from the beginning of Fajr till Maghrib, this time span, you split it into half. When you reach half, that's half of the Islamic day. So a person in Ramadan, as long as he has not eaten or drunk anything, he can make intention up to that time. There are no specific words mentioned in hadith for making intention. Though they have become quite famous, these words have been put together by some fuqaha. Niyat should be done in the heart. Zakat on property. If you have bought property with the intent of living in it, then there is no zakat on that property. If you bought property to sell and make a profit, then on a yearly basis you will give zakat on the value. So let's say you've bought property and you've put it on the market. It's not sold yet, but you bought that property to sell. You now give zakat on the value. If you have property on rent, you will give zakat on the rent that is left over on the day you pay zakat. So you've collected rent over a year, but you will have expenses to make. Things have gone wrong in the house. The tenant has asked you to repair something. You've spent some of the rent. So the day you pay zakat, whatever amount of rent you have left over, you will pay zakat on that rent. Generally, rent mixes with a person's savings. So when he pays his zakat, he'll just pay any savings which would include the rent. Who can't you give zakat to? So you can't give somebody who has the nisab, somebody who already has the threshold of zakat. You cannot give them zakat. You cannot give zakat to the family of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, which includes 5 families. The family of Ali, Aqil, Ja'far, Abbas and Harith. We should not be giving our charity, our zakat, to any charity that is loose in their giving of zakat. Now there are a few in the UK, I'm not going to mention any names. Some of them have popped up on news. So if we know that a charity is quite flexible in who they give zakat to, they're using it on projects that ulama don't approve of, that don't come under the 8 categories we mentioned yesterday, then do not give your zakat to them. Be careful. Because if you do and it's misused, your zakat won't count. You are liable. Husband and wife cannot give zakat to each other. You cannot give zakat to a masjid. You will give lillah to a masjid. You can't give zakat to those above you in relations, and those below you directly. So you can't give zakat to your father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, your son, your daughter, your grandson and your granddaughter. Besides that, you can give to your siblings if they are entitled to zakat. Do you have to tell the person that this is my zakat I'm giving you? No. And in many cases, most cases, it's better not to tell them that it is zakat. Just tell them it's money for you to spend on your needs. The best place to give zakat is your family. So you'll get the reward of, and by family, extended family as well. So you have family who are able to receive zakat, entitled to zakat in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and you give them your zakat. You'll get a reward of discharging your zakat, but also supporting your family, which is part of Islam. The dua for leaving the home, Bismillahi tawakkaltu ala Allah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Bismillahi tawakkaltu ala Allah, la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. This is mentioned in Abu Dawud. And whoever reads this dua, it is said to him, you have been sufficed, you have been saved, and you have been guided. And the shaitans stay away from him, and they warn the other shaitans that you also stay away from him. What harm can you cause a person who has been guided?